As part of the creative team behind When the Wind Stops, I want to talk about why we shot the office scene the way we did, because every visual and technical choice grew out of our intentions for the character and the story. From the beginning, we knew the office scene had to communicate the protagonist's emotional numbness long before the audience fully understands her situation. So instead of relying on dialogue, we decided to let the space, the sound, and the pacing speak for her. When designing the framing and composition, we intentionally avoided centered shots. We placed her slightly to the edge of the frame, surrounded by blank walls, computers, and paperwork. For us, this imbalance visually expresses how she feels slightly pushed out of her own life. We also left negative space on one side of the shot because emptiness says more about her loneliness than any line of dialogue could. During shooting, we captured small close-ups, her hands pausing above the keyboard, her unfocused stare, because subtle gestures reveal the inner tension we wanted viewers to sense. As filmmakers, we made a conscious decision to keep the camera static. The office is not chaotic, it's repetitive, predictable, and emotionally suffocating. So we locked most shots on a tripod to mirror that stillness. Even when we pushed the camera in, the movement remained slow and almost unnoticeable. We didn't want the camera to energize the scene, we wanted it to observe, quietly and patiently, the same way the character endures her life. Lighting was another deliberate choice. Since we shot in a real office, we used the existing fluorescent lights as our main source, then softened the shadows with minimal fill. We wanted the lighting to feel flat and almost dull, because emotionally, that's exactly where she is. During color grading, we pushed the tones cooler and slightly desaturated, so the environment would feel drained of warmth. That shift wasn't just visual, it represented her internal withdrawal. The production design and color palette were also guided by character psychology. We asked actors to wear muted colors, gray, beige, faded blue, so nothing would visually break the monotony. The office has no personal decorations, no vibrant objects. We wanted the audience to wonder whether she has already disappeared into routine without realizing it. Sound design helped us reinforce that feeling. In real offices, noise never stops, but in our film, we intentionally lowered ambient sound. The result is an almost uncomfortable quiet. When the wind disappears, we reduced it even further, allowing the silence to become a character itself. The audience begins to hear what she hears, nothing. Editing completed the emotional design of the scene. We held shots slightly longer than normal, creating micropauses that feel like waiting. Instead of cutting on action, we cut when she mentally disconnects. For us, the scene shouldn't rush, it should breathe, or rather, fail to breathe. That restrained rhythm became essential to the film's identity. So while the office scene looks simple, it represents the foundation of our storytelling. Every technical choice, framing, lighting, color, sound, pacing, comes from the same creative belief: before the wind stops outside, it has already stopped inside her.